summer of like 2009 or 2010, I don't even remember. I was like in 7th grade. The game was in closed beta and the servers were only up on like the weekends. So went into my very first game. It was a custom lobby because matchmaking wasn't created yet. Yeah, everyone was like level 1. Locked in, I think it was it was Fiddlesticks, and then I stacked amp tones. So that was my first game of League of Legends. I won. I was like hooked pretty instantly, I think. And so whenever the servers were up, I'd be playing, and then I'd be like really sad when they were down for a while because Riot was like rolling out a new patch or something. There was actually a point when the game was more established, I quit for like half a year or something because I didn't like the balance of the game, and then I came back luckily, and then it turned out well. I actually discovered the game because I used to play a lot of Dota, but I played on like the shady European private server because I was 13 and I didn't have the money to go actually buy Warcraft and play on the legit servers. So I got tired of playing with like 300 ping against Turkish people who would swear against me in Turkish. So I was like, hey, you know, there's this game LOL. Apparently it's like a Dota clone and it's free, so it'll be cool for me. Before I climbed the ladder really high, I would play a lot of like Ashe and Tristana mid. And then and a lot of Mordekaiser. And then I finally played a game of AP Scion after getting stomped by it. And then that's kind of what took me all the way. Kind of a funny side story, there was this one game where the odd one like flamed the ever-loving out of me, and he just like told me to like uninstall, you know, stop playing the game, I'm not cut out for it. And then I just like ended up spamming him with friend requests, and then he eventually accepted, and then I guess we were just cool from that day on.
He was like, were you doing badly? Or were you just like...
Yeah, I guess I was doing badly. In the beginning, there was no meta, and I remember playing in Go for lulz, and people would be running double bruiser bot lanes. And then the very first team I was on, our most powerful combination was a Taric Cho'Gath bot lane, and Taric would set up my Rupture with the stun, and then we just like one-shot someone. And then eventually it evolved after like the Season 1 World Championships, and then it was like support and AD bot, and then that's like the first I remember of having like an actual meta, and there would be like Annie mid, Brand, Orianna was released like sometime during Season 2, I think. I can't think of anyone that comes to mind like specifically like, you know, this is the person that has mentored me to be the player I am today. It's just, I try and learn as much as I can by watching other pros, you know, other pros in NA, people who are like the best at the world level, so, you know, like Pawn, Faker, those kinds of guys. And yeah, I just try to learn and improve whenever I can, because you can always get better.
What's been the most memorable moment of your career so far?
Probably qualifying for LCS with EG back in the beginning of Season 4.
What was so memorable about that?
A few years before that, I had kind of been not allowed to play in like the top level because I was too young or whatever. Like I was 15, and then all the IEM tournaments, you had to be 16, and then I turned 16, and then LCS came out and you had to be 17, and I turned 17, and then that was when teams were getting really serious and moving in houses together, and so I figured, you know, well, it looks like I'll just have to wait until next year to actually play because I'm still in high school, I can't scrim that much, I can't devote all my time to it. But then it was kind of weird actually, like the CEO of EG, Alex Garfield, he like sent me a cryptic message on Skype. He was like, I'm the CEO of EG, do you want to talk? And I was like, okay. And I thought it was just some random dude at first, you know, like pretending to be him. But no, it turned out it was actually him. I think I kind of went off on a tangent here. I don't even remember what the original question was.
It was about a memorable moment. And
yeah, so that felt... So, yeah, I mean, that felt really good. You know, I qualified and, you know, I was going to be in the LCS, and that felt really good.
If you weren't playing League, what would you be doing?
I would be going to college right now, studying for a comp sci degree, probably.
Is that something that you're going to do after?
Yeah, probably. Yes, mom and dad, yes.
Do they support you in everything that you're doing with esports?
Yeah, they want it to be temporary, so they want me to, you know, go to college in a few years, but we'll see, because I think that I'll be able to take my esports career pretty far. I think everyone should learn how to play Ezreal, because he's pretty fun and he's pretty flexible too. You can put him mid or bot. And if I had to give a tip, I'd say hit your skill shots, because that's pretty important. Twisted Fate. He's probably the most dynamic mid-champion. Like, you can play him so many different ways. You can port into the backline and assassinate, or you can peel for your carries, or you can do sick baits with Zanyas, or you can go full damage, or you can go tanky. It's just like a lot of options. And if I were to give a tip, just get really good at CSing, because a lot of players, they just have like, when I smurf from gold or something, it's just like abysmal. Like, all the players have like 50 CS at 10 minutes. It's pretty bad. My favorites are probably like Lee Sin, Twisted Fate, Ezreal, just because they're fun, it takes a lot of skill to play, and you can have a really high impact on the game.
Last question. Who's the coolest person in the room, and why is it Brian Porter?
It's like soft pass.
I'll pass.